Hello Gemini, this is your reading for April of 2019 and we're going to jump right into your horoscope with my notes here. So for the month of April, some interesting developments are happening this month for you. On March 26, as Venus moved into your 10th house, the planetary power shifted from the western social sector to the eastern sector of your chart, the sector of self. This month, Mars enters your sign and stays there for the whole month. So personal independence and self-reliance are getting much stronger now. Other people are always important, but you're less dependent on them. Your personal initiative is the way things get done at this time. Personal independence will get even stronger in the coming months, but it is strong enough now to make the changes in your life and that need to be made. No need to adapt yourself to irksome conditions. If they trouble you, change them. There are other improvements happening too. Short-term career goals and more or less achieved by now, and you have more time for the social life, especially friendships. Love and romance are much better than the last month, especially after the 17th. The spouse, partner, or current love is also feeling much better, and this makes a big difference. Your love planet Jupiter will start to go into reverse on the 10th. This doesn't stop love from happening, but slows things down a bit. Singles are more cautious now in love, which can be a good thing. Your tendency has been to jump into relationships much too quickly at this time. As far as friendships are concerned, there's nothing much you need to do. They seek you out at this point. You have to go about your daily business at times. Health is vastly improved over last month. Most of the planets are in harmonious alignment with you at this time. Mars in your sign gives you energy, courage, and an ability to get things done quickly. You're more fearless these days. With Mars, your sign, as your regular reader, as regular readers know, there is a tendency to belligerence. Anger can flare too quickly and conflicts can happen as a result. You need to curtail that. So be strong and brave and active, but tone down the anger at this month. And I can't back that enough for you, Gemini, because when there's a lot on your plate, you can get a little frustrated. Finances are not a big deal this month for you. The money house is basically empty, with only the moon moving into there on the 11th and the 12th. The new moon of the 5th and the full moon of the 19th are good financial days for you, Gemini. Earning power tends to be strongest from the 5th to the 19th as the moon and the financial planets grows and waxes for you. This gives more enthusiasm for finance for you. On the 20th, the sun enters your spiritual 12th house and travels with Uranus for a time from the 21st to the 23rd. This brings happy social experiences for siblings and sibling figures. They can be willful and often unwitting source of spiritual information. They can spark your intuition at this time. I went ahead and shuffled the cards for you, Gemini, and I wanted to lay them out just so that I know time is precious for all of us, and so just to keep these out and get them out quicker for you so that you can receive the message a lot quicker and retain that hopefully. So for your overall energy for the month, you have the World card. Could be taking some trips, money, luck, world, the palm of your hand, new opportunities. So what a great way to start out the reading, Gemini. You're on top of the world, basically. So it's a good month for you. Things are moving forward. And then we're going to go into the next card, which is the Nine of Wands. Keeps coming up right now. So, it's undecided, need to take a step out of situations. Then you will see things more clearly. Which we talked about probably, and I'm tying that more into things that might be aggravating you. So it's like going within yourself and trying to make sure that, being right or somebody being wrong, or maybe you could be wrong and all that. Sometimes it's just not worth the fight. It's finding that compromise at all times so that you can have the bigger person in that situation. So do pay attention to that. You're coming into some kind of a completion with the Ten of Swords. You know, it's an ending, situations, or, you know, anything in maybe a relationship not turning out, or, you know, relationships within work and stuff. Things can be changing. So some big endings could be changing in your life. Your next card is the Page of Wands, and with the Page of Wands, this card can have a meaning of a Sagittarius energy around you. The meaning of the card could be, you could be hearing something from a friend, a loved one, business associate. Something will surprise you, a very happy surprise for you. Um, and romance, things that you could be fearing with your lover that you're not going to get together, or even if you did, it would be a superficial relationship, but with no real depth of that. It could be a younger character in your life at this point in time that's just got you kind of thinking about things, but you'll definitely have luck, attracting romance and meeting a new lover if you so do please to do that in your life. You'll be thankful for business referrals, extra money, which we talked about that in your horoscope, and good news about your work. So lots of good things within the work situation. Seven of Wands, is your last one on that before we get to the outcome and its frustrations, but you're definitely on top of things with it, whatever, you come out on the winning side of being on top of everything with the Seven of Wands here. So you just want to definitely be the bigger person at all times, and I can't back that enough. And your overall and the outcome, for that is your Hangman, getting stronger in oneself after a lot of deliberating and delaying in your life. It just keeps backing in this reading for you, Gemini, to take some time back and think. And sometimes you don't need to act right away. You can give it 24 hours, 48 hours, a little longer, so that you come to a very professional and a very clear-minded decisions on anything that you're doing. So your outcome is just hang back, and is it going to matter in 5 years? Is it going to matter in 10 years? Because sometimes we just got to really watch what we're doing. Your angel card messages that we've drawn. The Moon, important psychic insight. Trust this. Events behind the scene, release fears and hold back. Again, I keep saying that. Hold back on your energies, on whatever's coming up with you right now. Your next card is the Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating, move forward once you know what you've got in front of you. And your last message is Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, a new home. Something new coming into your life because you're closing out some other chapter and you're moving into a whole other direction, Gemini. So that concludes your reading for April, and I will see you back in May of 2019, and thank you for listening.